Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Hello, everyone. We'll be getting started in a few minutes. Just waiting for everyone to join. Just a reminder to please rename yourself to the name you registered with. I feel like in a different account, using a different account than like your parents' account, then your name might be different, and we don't want you to like be logged as absent because your name was different. So just rename yourself to that and get yourself in a comfortable area, quiet area, so that we can start today's session. Also, please keep your cameras on throughout the session so that we can see that you are participating. Oh yeah, everyone please get the materials that we sent in the group chat. The tub of water with a towel and a mug on the side and a handful of salt, as we'll be needing that for today's clearance meditation. Everyone, please turn on your cameras as well. as that's a requirement, so we can see that you're participating. Okay, so let us get started now then. So, hello everyone. My name is Swayam. Welcome to week 2 of our 6-week Teens Can Meditate program. Today is, of course, Sunday, which means it's a theory session. So we'll be learning new things about Sahaja Yoga meditation, and we will still be having, though, a meditation session at the end. So the agenda we have for today, or the setup, the plan, is that we will have a short recap of the subtle system. Uh, you might remember we went over this a few times during the daily meditations and last week, and we'll just recap it a bit, and we will go over elements. We'll get into that a bit more, but basically how they help us and what exactly is their role in Sahaja Yoga. And we will end with the foot soak, which is the clearance method that we do in Sahaja Yoga, which is why we asked everyone to get the required materials and everything. So let us just get into today's session. So just to recap, obviously, hopefully you recognize this. This is the solar system, and this is like what we said, it's the basis of what Sahaja Yoga is about. So we have our physical system, we have our mental system, and below that is the subtle system. And it's comprised of different parts. So we have 3 channels, our left channel, our right channel, and our central channel, and they all represent different aspects of ourselves. So our left channel represents our past and our emotional side. Our right channel represents the future and is our mental side. And our central channel is the side of balance. So in Sahaja Yoga, we want to stay obviously in balance. And when we have blockages in our chakras, or we have negativities or anything in our solar system, we start to drift away from our central channel and we go either to the right channel or to the left channel. And when we do our meditation, when we do our clearances, we're trying to basically bring ourselves back into that balance. And another part of our solar system are our chakras, or our energy centers. As you can see, they're all over our body, and these chakras when we meditate, we try to open up these chakras and clear them so that our Kundalini, uh, the power that is located at the bottom of our spine, it can rise and reach the top of our head. And that's what we call our self-realization. And we just, once our chakras are blocked, then our Kundalini won't be able to pass through it. So, through this meditation, when we meditate and clear ourselves every day, we're able to raise our Kundalini and stay in that state of thoughtless awareness and meditation. And the solar system, it represents like every aspect of our life. As we go into more about the chakras and channels, even as you can see over here, each chakra represents a quality in ourselves and in our lives. So, of course, you can like supposing you have an issue in on your physical side, like you got hurt or something, that you can obviously or you can sort of fix it on the physical level. But when you fix yourself from the subtle level, you see that the problems on your mental and physical level also get solved. And to fix that, we use meditation, we use Sahaja Yoga meditation. So now to go into today's topic, it's about elements. And elements, it's earth, fire, water, air, sky, and we have the light element as well. All these elements represent different chakras within us. So as you can see, our first chakra, the Muladhara element, represents earth. Our second chakra, our Swasthana, represents fire. Our third chakra represents water. Our fourth chakra represents air. Our fifth chakra represents the sky element or the ether element. And our sixth chakra represents the light element. And our seventh chakra, as you can see, we don't have it listed as any element. It's because it's sort of, as you can see over here, the seventh chakra is the chakra of integration. So it's sort of the integration of all your chakras. So it can, in one way, you can say it represents all the elements. But what does it mean that these represent the different elements? So inside yoga, we use these elements to help clear out our solar system. And we actually have been doing this till now. If you remember, our balancing techniques is keeping, for example, our left channel, we keep our left hand on our lap and we keep our right hand towards the Mother Earth because we are able to use the Mother Earth to clear out the blockages in our left channel. And like we did with our right channel, we kept our right hand on our lap and we kept our left hand towards the sky like this, because the sky elements can help clear out our right channel. So like this, we can use all the elements to clear out our chakras and channels, because sometimes just meditating by yourself, just with your body and your attention, uh, it you could find that it becomes a bit difficult to clear out your chakras at times. So this is why we use the help of the elements to help uh, remove and clear out those blockages and obstacles in our solar system. So one big way that we use elements is foot soaking. And like we said at the beginning of the meeting, hopefully you have these materials, which is a small bucket with water, a small mug or jug with water to rinse your feet after, a towel so that, again, your floor doesn't get wet, and a handful of salt. So in this meditation technique, in this clearance technique, we use the elements of water and the earth element actually, which the salt represents, to help clear out our chakras. And you see that we'll be doing this foot soaking a lot over the next 6 weeks. So today will be the first time we're doing that. And you'll see that we have been doing meditation recently without these elements and just by ourselves. And today, just try to feel if your chakras are getting cleared out faster or any difference when you're doing it with the foot soaking and when you were doing it without the foot soaking recently. So hopefully we are all ready for the foot soak. So we'll get ready. We will start our meditation now. And just so you can see what it should look like, we have Sadia here. She has set up how it would be. She has obviously sitting on a chair and your tub with water and a mug on the side so that you can rinse your feet after and make sure it's all on a towel because again, you don't want the floor to be wet. And we have a small handful of salt that we'll be putting in the water. So let's all now get ready for the meditation. So, as usual, when we start our meditations or any foot soaking or any clearance, we will start with raising our energy or raising our Kundalini. So, you can see how Sadhya is doing it, and we'll also go through the steps. Let's keep our left hand on our lap like this in front, and our right hand, it will go around our left hand. And we'll slowly raise our left hand with the right hand going over like this. And once we're at the top, we'll just tie one knot. We'll do this again. And make sure when you're doing this, you have your whole attention within yourself. And we'll do two knots this time. Now we'll do it once more, slowly raising it. And this time we'll do three knots. Now let's keep our left hand on our lap, and we will now give ourselves a bandhan, or we'll balance our energy. So keep our right hand over our left hand, and we create an arch shape over our bodies. Take it over, and we'll bring it back. And we will do this 7 times. So do it third time. And make sure when you're doing this that you have your whole attention on your hands, on your body, and what, try to witness what you're feeling. Now let us keep both our hands on our lap. Before we do anything, let's just bring our attention within. We can close our eyes and remove any distractions which we have around us. And just try to notice what you're feeling on your hands. Not temperature or anything, but if you're feeling any heat above your hands on specific fingers or specific parts, or you're feeling coolness even, or any sensations, and remove all the thoughts from our heads. If you're getting any thought, just try to focus on yourself and try to say not this. Let's now get ready for our foot soak. So before we do our foot soak, we'll keep the salt, which we have, inside the water. And this is to, again, like I said, use the earth element to help clear out our chakras. And once we do that, let us keep our left hand on our lap and our right hand, just put it towards the water. And with our attention on our Kundalini, we could say, Mother, please vibrate this foot soak water. And by vibrations, we don't mean the physical vibrations, but it's the word we use for that cool sensation, the power of the Kundalini being awakened. Allow us to do this foot soak and let this water clear our chakras. So now keep our feet into the water and if you're confused on what to do, just look at what Sahaja's video and try to be in the state or the position that she is. Let's keep our feet in the water and our both hands on our lap. And let's bring attention within again. Let's all close our eyes so that we have our attention within and we do not have any distractions in our attention. We keep our left hand on our lap and we'll now take our right hand and put it towards the Mother Earth. And face your hand towards the Mother Earth. With our attention on the left channel, let us say the affirmation, Mother, please be awakened in our left channel. Please remove all obstacles, all the blocks from our left channel and put it into the Mother Earth. Mother Kundalini, please be awakened in our left channel. And try to witness what you're feeling on your left hand. Feeling any heat, any pricking sensations, or any unpleasant sensations on your left hand, just say, Mother, please clear out my left channel. Now keep our right hand in our lap, and we'll keep our left hand towards the sky. And let's face it backwards like this. As you can see how Sahaja is. And let us now focus on our right channel. And on our right hand, let us witness what we are feeling. See where the heat is and see where the coolness is. Over here, we can say, Mother, please be awakened in my right channel. Mother, please remove all the blockages, all the obstacles, all the heat from my right channel and put it into the sky. Again, if you're feeling any heat anywhere, just say, Mother, please remove all the blockages from my right channel. Please clear out my right channel. Let's now keep both our hands on your lap and let us take our attention to our central channel. Over here we could say, Mother, please keep me in balance. Mother Kundalini, please be awakened within me and please keep me in balance. Let's all now keep our right hand on the top of our head and let us keep our palm and press down on the top of our head and rotate it 7 times clockwise. Can now then raise our hand a few inches above our head and try to feel what any sensation you're having on your hand and also on the top of your head. Try to feel the Kundalini on the top of your head and the cool breeze. And if you're feeling any catches or heat, just say, Mother, please clear out my subtle system. Mother Kundalini, please be awakened within me. Please rise to the top of my head. Okay, raise your right hand up and down, or you can move it front and back and try to find points where you're feeling the cool breeze the strongest. Can now switch to our left hand. Just keep it a few inches above our head. And again, let's try to feel the cool breeze, not only on your hand, but also on the top of your head. And if you're feeling heat, just say, Mother, please clear out my subtle system. Again, you can raise your hand, move it up and down, front and back till you feel the strongest cool breeze. Can now move our hand back to our lap. And let's now watch a short video of Shrimati Nirmala Devi talking about the elements.
For Sir Yogis now is very fine. So
We can't hear the audio, sorry. Screen share and audio, please.
the first five elements start coming one after another. The first element that comes out is light. Tej, light, is the first element that comes out. So the essence of the first element is light. We call it Tej, Tejas. It's written, of course, in Sanskrit, but we should understand that how the light pervades Sahaja Yoga so much and you see the light all everywhere. So the first element, which is light, and we can say in English, the light's subtle thing is, we can say, enlightenment, you can say. But enlightenment has another meaning. So we can say it's stage. For example, a person who gets realization has a face which is very radiant. So you can say the radiance. The radiance is the subtlety of the light. So this radiance starts showing on your face. Radiance starts expressing itself. And with that radiance, people get impressed. And they start thinking something special about this personality which has radiance. Now you have seen my photographs also, wherever they are. Many a times you find lots of light around. That is nothing but the light in me is giving radiance, because the light becomes subtler. When the light becomes subtler in me, light is one of the elements. When it becomes subtler, then it gives radiance. And so, this is the subtle growth within you that takes place. Your faces also start shining. They too have radiance, and they too have a kind of a different complexion, I would say. This radiance is to be understood is the subtle of the light, of which we are made light in the gross manner. Then after this, from the light, comes the second thing, which we call as Vayu in Sanskrit, meaning the air. So the air that we have, which is gross air, what is the subtle of air is this cool breeze that you get. The cool breeze is the subtle of that air. So the subtle of what you understand as cool breeze is what we call vibrations. The subtle of that is air, which is a part and parcel of our making. So this cool breeze is the second thing that you start getting subtler and subtler. When your growth takes place, all these subtle things start expressing themselves. It's not only that you get vibrations, but you get the cool breeze, and that is the subtle of air that has built you. Then comes the water. We are also made of water. What is the subtle of water is sometimes English language, becomes little short of expression, but they call it, which makes the skin, hard skin, soft. The skin becomes soft. This is another sign of a realized soul, that his there's some cream they use, isn't it, to soften the face. But is the water in us, it gives us very visible. This is the minimum of minimum, I would say. But then a person who is a realized soul becomes a very soft person, very delicate. When he talks to somebody, in his voice there is warmth, or I should say there is, कहते हैं ना अपने आप पानी, हिंदी में कहते हैं पानी होना. They, to have that flow, watery flow and coolness of the water. So that is the another subtle thing that should be expressed in your behavior, on your skin, on your dealings with others, that you should be like the water which is mobile, which is cooling, which is soothing, which is cleansing. So this also becomes a part and parcel of your being once you become a realized soul. With this water, you have also another thing, we call it as Agni, means the fire. So you also have fire, but it's a very silent fire. It doesn't burn anybody, but it burns all the wrong things within. Whatever wrong things you have, it burns, and it burns the wrong things in other people also. For example, a person comes with a great anger towards you. What happens that this anger becomes cooled down with the fire that is there. Moreover, a realized soul cannot get burnt. Fire cannot burn. The burning cannot come to him. It's very important to understand. Also, if you are doing something wrong, it may burn you. But if you are a good Sahaja, and I should say a perfect Sahaja, fire will never burn. We have an example of Sita ji that she went into the fire pit, nothing burnt. So this is what one has to understand, that once you get to the subtleties of the fire, so the fire and the water, both of them become sort of divine. For example, the water which you touch, water you drink, whatever you put your hand in the water becomes vibrated. Means what? The subtlety of the water comes in it. The coolness, curing power also comes in that water. So when it becomes subtler, all these powers start showing, which you can see for yourself. You don't have to experiment. Then the lastly is the Mother Earth. It's most important, is Mother Earth. There's a photograph you might see which was taken in Russia in my dacha, where the Kundalini is in the Mother Earth. They've clearly. It's there. And it is the Mother Earth which shows. For example, I've seen flowers. If you keep them in my room, they blossom. They can become very big like that. Never people have seen such big flowers. Sometimes they say, I'm doing nothing, I'm just sitting down, and what happens to the flowers? You see, now there, this principle of the Mother Earth works. The subtle Mother Earth, his works, it's a mother. And that gives you all the nourishment and makes you grow healthy. And this is how this subtlety works of the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is the one who is a giver of birth to all these flowers and all these trees and all that. But it also plays a big part in us. It's not only the Mother Earth that exists without our connection. And we do not respect the Mother Earth. We have polluted it, we have done all kinds of things, we have removed the trees and we have made a mess out of her, but she is our mother. And so many subtle things of this Mother Earth come into us. One of them is gravity. A person becomes very attractive, not in the physical sense, but in the spiritual sense. Such a person attracts others. They feel attracted and they feel that something special is about this person. This is one of the quality of the Mother Earth. If she had not kept us attracted, we would have fallen off with her movement. And also other qualities of the Mother Earth also start manifesting within us, and we become very, I should say, extremely tolerant, patient person. Tolerant and patient. Extremely tolerant and patient. But if you are not tolerant, if you are hot-tempered and all that, that Mother Earth principle has not expressed itself. Look at the Mother Earth, how much she tolerates our nonsense, how many wrong things we do against her, but still she tolerates. Sri Ganesha's quality is to tolerate, to begin with. Up to a point he tolerates. In the same way, we too become extremely tolerant, patient, and forgiving. This is the minimum of minimum that should happen to all the Sajogis who have vibrations. Because now I've told you all the things that are expressed in your vibrations. It's a thing to be understood that what you have become now is something very great. It's not happened to others. It's not happened to somebody who is not being a Sahaja. You see the people who go to church or to mosques or to temple, see their faces. Look at them, how they do look like. They haven't got anything from the temple, they haven't got anything from the mosque, they haven't got anything from.
Let us all now again bring attention within. Let us all, to end our foot soak, let us raise our energy like we did in the beginning. So again, keep our left hand in front and our right hand slowly going around our left hand and raising it to the top of our head, above it. And then we could tie one knot. We could do this again. We can get two knots. And let's do this one more time. And the last time we'll do three knots. And now we will balance our energy, give ourselves a bundle, and again make this arc shape around us. Let's do this 7 times. So that concludes the meditation portion of our session. All right, and we can all now, before we remove our feet from the water, let us all wash our feet with the mug of water that we had on the side, because we have this water that we now cleanse ourselves with, and it will have these blockages and obstacles, these negativities from our solar system, and we don't want to carry those anymore, so we rinse our feet. And this water, just put it down the toilet. Don't put it like outside in the grass or anything. Just flush it down the toilet carefully. Make sure it doesn't spill anywhere, but again, so dry your feet after and just flush it down the toilet to dispose of it. So before we leave to um, dispose of our waters and end the meeting, would any could we all share what we felt today? If you would like to raise your hand and unmute yourselves or share it through the chat, that'd be great. Anything you may have felt. That's great that you felt much more calm today and you felt the heat uh, go being absorbed into the water, which is again why we do this. As you heard, the water is cooling and we can use it to cool down ourselves and absorb the negativities from our solar system. That's very great that everyone's feeling relaxed, cool.
There is a question if they need to bring the material again. Can you answer that?
Yeah, so this foot soaking, uh, from now on, this is what we'll be doing in the daily meditations as well, so in the weekly sessions. So it would be great. We would like you to bring these materials again, and just like you did today, just fill the tub with the towel, the salt, everything, just like today. And this is what we'll be doing as well in the daily meditations, because even if you meditate, you should first clear yourselves out, clear your solar system out, and then you can meditate and raise your Kundalini. So just directly raising Kundalini, it will be a bit hard, you might notice, because your chakras might be blocked because you're going to school, you're interacting with a lot of people, and you might get caught up like that. But this is why we do the foot soaks to clear ourselves.
Like say one more thing. Make sure you keep this tub or bucket that you used for the water. Make sure you keep this separate. So don't use it for anything else since you put your feet in it. Make sure you keep this only for foot soak. And of course, dispose of the water in the toilet and don't use it for anything else.
There's a question that I felt vibrations on my thumb and pointer finger today. What does it mean?
Yeah, so like we talked about, there's different chakras in our subtle system, right? They correspond to different chakras on our fingers. So for example, the base, like the heel of your palm, that is the first energy center. So talking about the ones you mentioned, Divija, you said your thumb and your pointer finger. So this is the second energy center, second chakra, and the pointer finger is the fifth chakra. So where that is in our body, this is our near our lower abdomen, and the fifth chakra is in our throat or in our like neck region around this whole area. And so there's different qualities and different aspects that correspond to those chakras that we will go over, but I can explain a few now. Our second chakra, the one that you felt on your thumb, that relates to creativity, attention, really it's so that's where your liver is located. So the right side of this, the right side of your lower abdomen, that's where your liver is located. So if you're feeling cool on your right thumb, that means your liver is doing well. And your um, fifth energy center at your throat, that's your pointer finger. And that is about communication, collectivity, working with others. That's what that energy center is about. So we'll get more into those qualities over the coming weeks as well, though.
If anyone has any questions, they could also ask that.
unmute and ask the question.
There's a
So,
question, when the water becomes warm, maybe replace it. Yes, you can, if you want to. Yeah.
so if nobody has any questions or anything, uh, that concludes today's session. So if you'd like to stay back, some more, you're more than welcome to, but if you have to leave, you can leave now. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for joining.
Sushmit, Chiluka, you have something?